News, Mark here, and guess what? Today it is mail call. Yeah, last week I may or may not have had a few too many and then hopped on the Amazon and the eBay and picked up a few things that I thought I really needed at the time, and you know what? It's okay, they've come in. One came in earlier this week. First one we'll talk about is the Maximum Series Hulk. I actually just filmed a review on this, and I'm like, you know what? I forgot to film the mail call. And this one actually came in this week. This is one hulky figure. Yes, I mean, he's got some bulk to him. Not super fun to kind of pose and get him to stand up, but I'll be honest with you, pretty cool character. If you don't have a Hulk, this is a Hulk for those of you that are tired of just getting MCU Hulks and you want a real Hulk. Boom, the Maximum Series one. Well worth it. It was a bit more, like 55 bucks, but he's a pretty cool character, so I'm glad I picked him up. So that's one thing from our list that I already opened up. Now, another thing, I'll just put it in there. Another thing I opened up is you might go, Mark, what is this little tour thing here? Well, I actually ordered one of these boxes. This box here should actually have the Night Scrambler, the G.I. Joe Night Force Night Scrambler, and it didn't have the turret on the top. It also didn't have the front. So if you have the front of the Night Force, let me know. I need to pick that up. But this one also came in. It was a little box. So I was like, hey, what is this? So this one's already opened up. But what you want is, hey, Mark, let's open up the actual boxes here. Now, first off, this one says Marvel Studios. This one is from the Toy Pit in Indianapolis, Indiana. 13,000 square feet of fun. We've got a video talking about it. Really fun thing. Fun place to visit. Let's see if I can figure out how to open this box. You know, because it's one of those like boxes that have been retaped, but retaped again and retaped again for different things. So let's see if I don't, lose a finger. Hey, maybe they'll get some more views. Hey, if you want, please subscribe because it really appreciates it. Now, yes, it comes with lots of paper and paper. Oh, there's one guy. Oh, two. All right. Okay. So big box for two little characters, and inside we have Night Force Lieutenant Falcon. Now, it just has his backpack, doesn't have all of his stuff there, but I'm a Night Force guy. I like Night Force, and I'll be honest with you, the Night Force Classifieds really got me excited about the Night Force Real American Hero line, so I started picking them up. Since I'm not like a mega, like I must have everything, I'm picking them up like partially complete, or maybe with just a little something in them. And when I was at the Toy Pit a few weeks ago, I actually got another Night Force figure that was actually complete, and they said, hey, we've got these other ones too. I'm like, sure, why not? And that was definitely one of those times when you shouldn't DM stores when you've been drinking. So I picked up Lieutenant Falcon, and then we got Psych out here, both those two here. Very cool. I'm very happy with those pickups there. Boom, there's that and that. Now, next up, this one is, I think this one might be another thing. So the impetus for me going on my drinking, I'll order that thing, is I was at Central Illinois Toys, and I was talking to Tony's mom, who was working at the store, and I picked up he had Night Force Tunnel Rat, and Tunnel Rat's one of my favorites. You learn how I just love Tunnel Rat. When he came out, I had to get him, and he's like, Mark, we actually have him pretty much complete at the store. I'm like, I'm on, and I went and got it. I had such a good time chatting with her. I came back, had some drinks. Let's get some more, and I started ordering all this stuff. But the thing is, when I was there, I also got some of the Mission Brazil. So if you didn't know, I actually used to live in Brazil. So Brazil is really near and dear to my heart. Really near and dear to my heart, like right here next to the Cobra Fangs. Yeah, and so I was like, you know what? I can do that. And so I got I ended up picking up the Dial Tone and Leatherneck for Mission Brazil when I was there. And then trying to hope, who else was there? Now this is a different guy. This is a 2-pack of something I did eBay and paid probably more than I needed to for. But this is what I got. These are eBay ones. And in here we have two. I gotta be careful with this one. It was nice. It was packed really nice. It's got a little extra board on here. They're taped down in there, so it's very nice. But it is Night Force Crazy Legs and Night Force Outback. They are not complete. One's just a figure, one's a figure in his gun. So we have that, but let me try to get in here without hurting myself or hurting the Hulk here. I know the Ford brand, everything looks so crazy because it's not really in the best position. All right, let's see if I can. Ooh, yeah, a little trepidatious. So I don't know what knife to use to open things up. This is a broken tip paring knife that my wife had that we've now turned into our box opener. So we have that. So We definitely have it in there quite good. It's funny, I actually won two different auctions on eBay, and actually turned out to be the same person, so I actually got a little rebate on the shipping. So, boom. Now, I only had one of the guys' figures here, and they definitely have, I don't think it's more paper, or they use more tape to get this stuff out of here. So, first up, boom, ooh, Night Force Outback. And he is tight, man. Like, look at him. That is a tight figure. Nice. Oh, well, unfortunately, his gun's a little ripped there in the bit, but that's okay. Get him mounted up here. We're just going to have him, you know, shooting bad guys, shooting Cobra the whole time. But, yeah, not bad. I thought it'd be more darker, but, yeah, very cool. I actually like him. I was a big Outback fan when I was a kid, which has always surprised me because he was never in the cartoon. At least the Sumbo cartoon, but he came out, it's like, dude, I like that guy. I always thought of himself as me, though I didn't have a beard at the time, and I never had red hair, and, you know, I was like, yeah, I could be an outdoors person, though I never was an outdoors person either, so there's that. And then, ooh, he needs a little love, but we got Crazy Legs here. He's in pretty decent condition as well. I like that. I was very glad they came with the Crazy Legs Night Force edition when they did, when he came out with the Dragonfly, because this is a good figure. I like him. Yeah, so it didn't come with the parachute or the gun, but I was in Peoria and bought a extra Crazy Legs to get the gun, and I know it's not the regular backpack, but the parachute as well. So I have that. So there's those guys. All right, see, we're moving right along. Now, next up. Now, remember I talked about Mission Brazil? Yeah, so the Mission Brazil one, since I lived there and I very good family there, the Mafia family that I stayed with, we've been friends for years. Their son lived with my family when he was an exchange student. I went and lived with them when I was like after grad school and stuff, and it was just like, we've always been so close. So when I saw it, I'm like, I like sending all my toys to Tony there. He's a good dude. I'm like, I gotta get something. So I picked up the Dial Tone, and since I got one, I'm like, well, I got Dial Tone and I got Leatherneck. I'm like, well, I should get more. And I was like, I want to get one that actually has some of the stuff with it. Didn't have everything, but it has some of this stuff with it. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Because you know, sometimes you throw things away, you gotta be careful. You know, if you ever order from Toys R Us or Peddler's Post, they always throw like extra stuff in there sometimes. So this one, we have the Mission Brazil mainframe, which is funny because when I saw mainframe as a kid, he was, you know, black and silver, and I always thought he was like from a different team or something. Like, is he from like the UK? Is he from something else? You know, it didn't quite fit. Kind of like when you see Dial Tone, it's like, he looks like he's different. And so mainframe did, and this mainframe, he's got his little handheld computer here and his backpack on there. So I'm kind of cool. He's got those things there. So we got him. Well, who knows how much I'll get him to stand up eventually. Now, we're going through. Next up, this is one. This was a total. I definitely had too much. This is the one I actually bought and realized, dude, you need to go to bed. This one I got. I just straight bought. There was no. How would I say? There was no Keystone Crypt. 15% off your next order. Nice, thanks. I'll put that down in case someone tries to take my 15% off. But this is one where I'm like, oh, it's Night Force. I don't really want all the Night Force things. You know, there's like the Night Force, like the, what do they call it? Like the Night Stalker, the Whale. And I actually saw two of those yesterday in Peoria, and I'm like, dude, I can't pay those prices. And then I'm like, that's just too big. I have a Whale like the Whale, and I'm like, I just can't do that one. But the smaller ones I could do. And I actually picked up the Shark. I picked up that one, but this is the one. This is the bad boy. That I never had this for Sergeant Slaughter when I was a kid. I had a Sergeant Slaughter, but I never got the Triple T. And so here we have, boom, the Night Force Triple T. And it looks like it has pretty much, the little steering wheels broke off. Overall, dude, I'll take it. I mean, I could never get myself to get the Triple T for Sergeant Slaughter, but I could for these guys. And since he doesn't have his gear, I'm just going to slide him in right there. Boom. Boom. We'll pretend like you're driving there. So we got him in there. Hold on. Hopefully their feet don't crack. Boom. Nice. And we'll put Lieutenant Falcon on there as well. I don't know why I always say Lieutenant Falcon now, but he's a little bit. Oh dang! He got punched in the nads. He does not have any nutsack, and he's quite loose. But that sucks. But that happens when they don't have their junk. You know, you get a little bit less standy uppy. But yeah, okay. So I got him. So we got these guys on here. Nice, nice. Move Hulk over. Hulk can like try to smash him when he's there. That'll work. Falls over a lot. And then the last one we have going for. This is also a Night Force one. Not complete. I've obviously told you about it already with the turret. We've got the Night Force Scrambler. And this one, I never had the APC as a kid. I always kind of debated on it, but you can't see the guys when they're in there. Got some hairs in there. I guess they could have. You guys could have cleaned it up a little bit more for me. It still has the dirt from the 80s and early 90s in there, but the clips are on there. One's a little loose, but you see, it does not have the front here. But so if you had a front for a Night Force, for a Night Rambler or Scrambler, let me know. Now here's the part I'm worried about. Can I get it on without breaking it? Because I don't think I'll ever put guys in there, but just in case. Okay, it goes on. Now here's the moment of truth. I got this off eBay. I'll be honest with you, the guy who made this is a 3D printed version of it. Pack things. I wish everybody packed like this guy because it was immaculately packed in there. Now, here's the moment of truth. Ah! Well, that sucks. There's 20 bucks down the drain. Well, pardon my language. So that would have been on there. I guess I can try to melt it together, but at least it was that and not this. Anyway, well, shucky darns, I guess I need to just go buy one that has all the parts on it, but anyway, Night Scrambler, this is what it came, how it came, that was good. My one bad purchase, I guess the Lieutenant Hawkeye's a bit loose than I was hoping he'd be, and this thing just snapped off putting that on, so that sucks. Oh well, but at least we have this, and now I can see them sitting there. Here, I'll put Psych out in the front, so he doesn't have any of his stuff, so he can feel like he's part of the team. Oh no, he has. Oh wait, no, he has his little, like, he does have. You can see this. Put over my bald head. See that it shows up in my head there. Don't go blind from the light coming off there. He does have his little hand beam or wrist communicator thing on there. Now this guy's tight. He's good. He's good. Psych Out's good there. So I'll put Psych Out. Psych Out get to drive this, and no drinking and driving. But yeah. So that's this week's haul. We got a bunch of Night Force guys. So we got Psych Out, Outback, Crazy Legs, Falcon. We got the Triple T for Night Force. I know he's got a different name. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Sorry, my bad. I suck. Whatever. Like Night Stuff. And then we got the Night Scrambler here, which was cool. Damn it. I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can get this getting back together with some hot glue and stuff. Because you know how it is when you do 3D printing stuff. Anything that goes from big to little, when it's something like this, you know it's probably gonna snap. So that sucks. Otherwise, Maximum Series Hulk was pretty cool. Look for the review on him. But yeah, so that was the haul for this week. That was the mail call. Next week's mail call, there won't be one because I think no. There is some other stuff that's coming because I forgot. Something did come. Like I said, so I'm back. So 2 other things came in the mail this week that I forgot about because it really was a bit crazy. Another one of my, I had a couple too many orders. Nightcrawler, 97 Nightcrawler. I've always been a big fan of Nightcrawler. I did not get the original, like, Build-A-Figure one. I remember seeing at Walgreens going, dude, I want to get that, but my kids had stopped, playing with toys a lot, so I didn't grab it. Now I'm like, and that was like 95 bucks. I'm like, no. So I got this one. And then my Viper came in. The retro carded Viper came in, so that's cool. And I just got the notification that they just shipped my Rock and Roll and Dr. Mindbender. So I'll do a video where I go through the 3 to kind of rank these in terms of the retro carded ones. So we have that. So yes, there you go. That was this week's mail haul. Mail call, whatever. We'll have that. And honestly, I might have some stuff for a toy haul that I got when I was in Peoria, Illinois, where I went to 3 different stores, got 3 different crazy things. Anyway, I wish y'all the best. I'll say bye and let us know, what did you get this week? Because this week was a damn good week for me. Bye.